Next on Worcester News tonight, a crowbar smashing into a windshield kills a well-known Worcester County attorney. Tonight, his colleagues are remembering him. Plus, the search is on. A Worcester veteran is hoping to get back a valuable item in honor of his late wife. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. A well-known attorney will be missed throughout the Worcester County court system. John Madaio was killed Monday in a tragic car crash when police say a crowbar came through his windshield. Our Rosalind Flaherty spoke with his colleagues today and joins us now with more. Rosalind?
Olivia, his colleagues are trying to make sense of what happened and are remembering him as a great person and lawyer. Peter Ettenberg had a personal conversation with John Madaio in East Brookfield District Court moments before the 63-year-old was killed in a tragic car accident.
He was telling me about his daughter's bridal shower this past weekend, how he was looking forward to her wedding next month, and he was just a very happy guy that morning.
Ettenberg knew Madaio for more than 30 years. He and fellow attorneys are trying to come to grips with what happened to the man they knew as both a colleague and a friend.
I absolutely could not believe the fact what I was hearing.
I just don't know that we'll ever be able to wrap our heads around it.
Police say the defense attorney was driving along Route 9 in Spencer early Monday morning when this crowbar came through his windshield, hitting Madaio in the head. The impact sending his car down an embankment at an apartment complex.
He was such a hard worker and very professional.
The former prosecutor leaves behind a wife and 2 daughters, one of whom is an assistant district attorney. District Attorney Joe Early Jr. says in a statement, John touched many people in his life with his sharp wit, his compassion, and his legal abilities. This is a big loss for our community.
He was a great lawyer. He was a tough but fair prosecutor.
Attorney Kevin Larson worked closely with Madaio for more than 17 years and says he will be greatly missed.
Very nice guy. He loved his family. My heart absolutely breaks for his family. I cannot even imagine what they're going through.
There was a moment of silence in Superior and East Brookfield District Court. Police are still asking for any witnesses of the incident to come forward. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
The Millberry Police Department is awarded close to $9,000 in grants and say the money will be put to use right away. Chief Donald DeSorcy says they will be using $5,000 for new equipment and the rest will increase their impaired driving patrols. He says the grant allows the department to have added officers focusing on getting impaired drivers off the road. The amount of the grant depended on the town's population. DeSorcy says the added enforcement on traffic violations will make a big difference.
The main purpose of this grant is so that officers can be dedicated for specific enforcement purposes. It doesn't mean the officers that are on the road as we speak cannot be doing the same thing, but they also would be available to cover calls for service, motor vehicle accident, medical call, whatever the case might be. The officers on the grant are dedicated for the traffic enforcement. One of the requirements for this is encouraged that they have 3 interactions per hour.
And DeSorcy says the required 3 interactions an hour does not mean the officers need to give out a certain amount of tickets. A man accused of breaking into more than 20 vehicles is arrested by Southbridge police. They say 33-year-old Tommy Lee Goddard is responsible for break-ins happening across town this summer. During a search of his apartment, several items were taken in as evidence. Police say they were believed to have been stolen during the breaks. As part of a lengthy and ongoing investigation, Goddard was arrested and is facing 23 counts of breaking and entering in the nighttime and 19 counts of larceny under $1,200. An important mission to find a piece of missing jewelry. A Worcester veteran is hoping crews can find his late wife's wedding band after it accidentally fell down a drain. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now with the story. Chandler?
Olivia, Francis Trainer says the companies helping have gone above and beyond their call of duty. He's hoping to get back what he's calling a keepsake of a wonderful and beautiful woman. Francis Trainer holds his cross and chain, which is now missing his wife's wedding band. A woman noticed Trainer had dropped his chain in the parking lot of Market 32 in Worcester, but when she returned it, the ring was lost.
And she said, you know, when I picked up the chain, the ring fell off and it fell into the sewer.
The mishap sparking a 2-day search with Helgerson Excavating and GL Plumbing Drainaway. The companies removed all the water from the drain, hoping to spot the ring, but so far have been unsuccessful.
Once the water's gone, we can actually physically see what a big light down there.
Trainer is a Korean War veteran and lifetime Worcester resident. He's worn the ring around his neck every day since his wife, Mary Jane, passed away in 1991. He says it's brought him comfort and inspiration.
It was something very close. It was something that I felt great wearing it.
The couple met at an Irish dance, married once Trainer got out of the Army, and had 4 children. For Trainer, the ring is a reminder of the life they shared together.
It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and something you really miss.
Helgerson and Drainaway haven't given up on retrieving the ring and are working on next steps.
Be able to remove all the debris and at a safe site and hopefully be able to sift through it.
For now, Trainer still has another piece of his wife with him. The 85-year-old melted down the band of Mary Jane's engagement ring to wear on his own finger.
She was vivacious. She had a great heart, very lovable, just a wonderful woman.
The efforts aren't over yet. Helgerson and Drainaway will meet tomorrow morning to completely empty the storm drain and find the ring. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A tractor-trailer driver is seriously injured this morning. Sterling police say his vehicle rolled over on Interstate 190 North around 5 a.m. this morning. First responders found the driver partially ejected and trapped. He was rescued from the vehicle after about 30 minutes. The driver was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The cause of the crash is under investigation. Nichols College and Worcester State University partnering up in a program allowing students to get a specialized master's degree in 5 years. The 4+1 program will allow Worcester State criminal justice majors to pursue a master's in counterterrorism at Nichols in 5 years instead of 6. Tuesday, the 2 schools' presidents met to sign an agreement.
Our Master of Science in Counterterrorism has only been in effect for about a year. We've had a long-standing undergraduate in criminal justice, and this is a new degree that we've recently launched.
In higher education today, guided pathways are really important for students and their families to know that they can get 2 degrees in a contained period of time. Helps families understand what commitment they need to make and, of course, what the costs are.
And this program is the first of its kind in the nation and will focus on violent extremism. Well, it's not quite the win the Worcester Bravehearts were hoping for. The collegiate baseball team is crowned champions Monday night, but so were the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. As our Brittany Schaefer explains, the teams were named co-champions.
Crews are breaking down here at Fitton Field as the Worcester Bravehearts wrap up another season. And while the team was awarded as a co-champion, they say the end of the season was disappointing. The locker room is clear. The players now gone hours after the Worcester Bravehearts walked away as co-champions of the Futures Collegiate Baseball League.
This whole playoff run, we have said, is for Worcester, and this is an opportunity to show some pride in our city.
Heavy rain had already postponed one game in the series with the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, and Mother Nature didn't hold back Monday night either. Bravehearts general manager Dave Peterson says the Sharks' diamond was in rough shape.
If I had one gripe, it would be with the management of the Martha's Vineyard Sharks team that did not properly prepare the field, knowing that there was rain in the forecast. It was unsafe. It was certainly not playable. We cannot have these student athletes who are on scholarship playing on mud and potentially hurting themselves for the rest of their baseball careers.
The teams became the first co-champions in the league's history. It's their 3rd title in 5 years, but overall the Bravehearts are not happy.
Personally, I'm not a fan of it, and it all built up to something so anticlimactic that it's so difficult to explain to people. It's just not the way the world works.
Not really happy about being a co-champ. You know, we certainly worked hard all year to try to, you know, be the champs.
Worcester's director of baseball operations, Kevin Hardigan, says there wasn't any other option because the players had to get back to school.
We had a kid last night. He was supposed to be in his first class yesterday. And so he missed his first day of school.
Hartigan says the players were upset at first, but ultimately should be proud of their season.
It was pretty difficult to maybe swallow at the beginning when the decision was made. But then I think when everybody thinks about what they've really accomplished during the season, I think that it's okay.
Peterson says the hard work doesn't end with the season. It continues all year long as they prepare to win a solo championship in 2019. On Fit and Field, Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Senator Ed Markey in Worcester Tuesday visiting UMass Medical School, but also answering a question about the pitch for the PawSox to Worcester.
Be a big moment in Worcester history if the AAA ball team of the Red Sox was out here in Worcester.
And the senator was visiting UMass Medical School for a tour of the educational and research facility at the Albert Sherman Center. Professors discussed Alzheimer's research being done at the school. Markey lost his mother to the disease and says he plans to make a pitch for continued research funding. McDonald's announcing its plans on investing more than $140 million in Massachusetts to modernize local restaurants within the next year. More than 140 restaurants will be remodeled, including Worcester's Grafton Street location. The chain restaurant says remodeled restaurants will offer new technology and a more fun, modern experience. In total, McDonald's plans to invest $6 billion by 2020 to modernize its restaurants, including most in the Bay State.